Today we're going to talk about threading your Elna sewing machine. Now today I've got the 580 set up here, but this threading process works for most of the Elna machines that have a well to hold your thread and the regular top loading bobbin system, whether it's a 7mm or a 9mm. The only difference is going to be on the upper machines that have an automatic needle threader. So ours is going to be a little different as compared to those, but don't worry, we'll probably do a video about those later on. So the first thing is you want to make sure you put your thread onto the spool. You always want to make sure you put a spool cap on, and I'm going to exaggerate here because I'm using a big spool cap, because you want the thread to rub on the spool cap, not off the edge of the spool itself. So when your thread comes off, you want it to rub around that outside edge. If your spool is rough, it might snag your thread and not travel correctly. So I'm using the large spool here just for example, but generally speaking, you would use a spool that's just a little larger than your thread, spool cap that is. So we just drag it through. You can see the little numbers on the plastic here. You might be able to zoom in and take a closer look. It says 1, step 2, that's the turn forward. I'm using red thread so you can see. So we're going to come to the front of the machine. Down the front of the machine here, we have a 3 embossed on the front. So we're going to make a U-turn and come up. Now we're going to come into our little well here where we have a little 4, and we're going to make an exaggerated swing around so that it grabs into our take-up lever. Now our take-up lever is visible here, and you want to make sure that's up when you're threading the machine. Now we're going to come straight down the front of the machine. I have a thread guide right here. That's number 5. I'm going to bump it over so it falls in behind that. Now I have a thread guide on top of the needle. It's open on the left side rear here, so I can pull the thread to the back and then come forward. See, that's how easy it is to thread the machine.